Okay, fourth video of this. I think this is gonna be a conclusion video because I went over my three topics. Um, but I don't know if I answered the is it more important than money? All I was saying was that money is time. So understanding that I felt like was more important than this whole thing about getting money. You know what I'm saying? Because money, obviously, you want to make sure you can survive out here. But some people that are trying to, well, I guess that they're thinking and talking on being like more financially free. And it's interesting how being financially free is what you're trying to do to get back your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks is trying to do all kinds of, either whether it's schemes or do this and that, or some people trade. Speaking of trade, I don't know if I told this on the first video. But a trader, he needs or she needs to definitely work on their virtues rather than their egos if they want to be uh, a top tier trader and investor. You don't want to be greedy. You don't want to be emotional. Like, when you're in these types of industries, you want to have those egos under control and dominate with patience, you know, a clear mindset. You want to follow your own laws slash rules, and you want to do things a certain way. You are not really gonna make it if you're not doing that. But damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was saying, hold on, let me pause real quick. So yeah, I mean, I don't really remember. I might have finished it anyway. But for that number two topic, is spirituality more important than learning about money or getting money or something like that? I'm like, yes, because you need to understand first of all what is money, or what is your money. Your money is your time. Oh, and this is what I was gonna say. Because you could fall under one of these universal laws or some type of karma if you don't appreciate what you have. If you, because like, I mean, like me, I didn't grow up with a big ass house with a bunch of rooms and my mom driving luxury cars, but I feel like I I had a good growing up. My neighborhood wasn't the best. I lived in the projects early on and then the trailer park. But I mean, I was happy as hell growing up. I went outside and played. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have a hard time. And so it's like I I I'm appreciating where I came from and where I grew up. Um, because you could I don't know, make a bunch of money and now you live in the suburbs or something, and you spoil your children. I don't know if that's a. I don't know if that's a. I don't know. I feel like we need to get back to still raising children up around a village or a community of people that's gonna embrace them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, um, the reason why my answer was, first of all, money that we know of, it doesn't have any value. What has value is what you pay attention to, and this is why um, slavery went from something that was more physical to mental. Everything now you can clearly see is about controlling your thoughts or manipulating your thoughts, um, and how do you know this? By how much money they're willing to spend for 30 seconds of ad time for a Super Bowl or something, or how much money is Facebook worth. So it's the top company because they have, um, you know, what's worth something is what you pay attention to. It's point blank, period. And you know what I'm saying? You can invest all that energy instead of watching 6 hours of television a day. You could work on yourself, destroying egos and raising up your essence. You know, meditation is like the art of being able to focus on one thing until you uh, pretty much contact your highest self or your highest, you until you contact the essence. And a lot of people can't focus on one thing. That's something we need to build our meditation skills. But anyway, um, did I answer why is spirituality important? Overall health, you'll find out who you are and you will be comfortable with the truth. So, I mean, yeah, I pretty much answered that. I'm doing 15-minute videos. Like I said, my first video was like an hour and some change, and I can kind of talk more about stuff. But anyway, some books that I would recommend, and books that go into some of my answers. One of them is this Enneagram book, where it talks about the 9 personality types, discovering your personality type. There's plenty of versions of these books, but when it comes to knowing who you are, there's books written about personality types, and you will see that this is this stuff is real. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite books of all time, The Four Agreements, and this will, yeah, this is major. Everyone should have a copy of this, and this book is mandatory. And this one, it for me, this wasn't one that was like it showed me who I am. It more showed me how to drive my own vessel and not be controlled by entities that like jealousy and envy and anger and all of that. After I read this book, I was like, get your ass up out the car, and and I'm a captain this thing from here on out. And already said the numerology book. You can go with either. Well, I did both. King Simon, I got the ebook, and Lloyd Strayhorn, I wanted a hard copy. Numbers and You, excellent book. I mean, this is one you can go with. The Chakra Bible. I'm into crystals. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a video on chakras too, because that again, I mean, seeing the truth, knowing the truth, uh, understanding who you are. Like I'm gonna say one, there's a chakra by your stomach, and this chakra is supposed to be your antenna or your instincts. You know, like you get information through that gut. People say, I had a gut feeling, man. You know, this is where your umbilical cord is. You was connected to the mind, and there's a chakra right there. And there's knowledge on this stuff. I forgot the examples, but I'm gonna do a video on chakras. I watched a lecture on it. The guy was breaking it down. I was like, yo, I do that. I feel that. I see that too. And so I was like, dang, I'm already doing this stuff. But anyway, um, this is another good book, especially for women. Um, the Great Black Mama of Creation. Suzar, excellent author. Just detailing how things went from feminine 13 to masculine 12. I wanted to go over something she said too. But yeah, one of the first things I would do if I was in charge of a community is go to 13 months. There should be 13 months in a year. Um, you and females should know this because they have 13 what she called moonstrations. Um, they have 13 menstrual cycles a year. And they changed it from the female to menstrual instead of moon. But mon is moon. Um, Monday is moon day, obviously. But yeah, it's 13 months in a year. That's common sense because there's 7 days in a week. We know this to be true. If there's 7 days in a week, and we're saying there's 4 weeks in a month, 7 times 4 is 28. Do 28 13 times, and I think you get 364. This is why when folks go to jail, they say you're gonna do a year and a day, because it's 13 months and a day. You know what I'm saying? This is a classic book. I'm running out of time. Agartha, The Earth's Inner World. This is mandatory. This is a top 3 book as far as I'm concerned of all time. And I ain't gonna say like read it. Um, Tai Chi Guan is a good book. I haven't read too much, but I want to get to this book. Um, Classic book on martial arts, and like Africans, they got down too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I was gonna talk about all my Ivan Van Sertima books, early America, where people that look like me, we lived all over the world. Europe, Asia, America. We got origins in all of these land masses. Obviously, Australia. So, dang, I'm gonna have to do one more video because I didn't quite finish. But, but yeah. So, So conclusion part 2 video coming up, and then I think I'm done for the night.